A proposal to ban Auckland Council staff from flying business class on work trips has failed to get off the ground, with one councillor describing the suggestion, and I quote, as inhumane. The changes would have allowed staff flying for more than 8 hours to leave a day earlier or to request premium economy if they had health concerns. But councillors narrowly voted against it. Our reporter Nita Blake-Person was there.
Auckland Council staff spent more than $1.1 million on 104 business class flights in between January 2016 and last August. Today, Councillor John Watson tried to rein that spending in.
Our statement of intent here to deliver value for money and to secure public trust. I think to do otherwise, Mr Mayor, is just to be seen to be continuing a long line of rather, frankly, embarrassing and very public exposures of a kind of corporate excess.
At the moment, council staff are required to fly economy class for flights of less than 8 hours, but for anything longer, business class or premium economy is allowed if they have to start work straight away. Mr Watson's amendment to change that wasn't welcomed by all councillors. Linda Cooper was among those concerned about the pressures it would place on staff.
You just have to be crammed in with a bunch of people really close together with your knees jammed up around your ears, like happens to my husband because he's 6'2". You know, filthy toilets because they don't get to clean them in 17 hours, all of that sort of stuff. And this is gross, but that's what it's like. And so I think we've got to think about that as you want your staff to be at optimum performance when they get there.
Councillor Penny Hall says staff should not be able to travel higher than premium economy, but she didn't think that it should be a request-only perk.
It's kind of inhumane to put people through, and it's, you know, I think if anyone has tried to do that, you would realise it is undoable. So I think we've got a good, you know, we hear a lot around the table around human rights and union, you know, we need to move after an hour of sitting here. Well, why do we not think about our staff in those terms too?
Mayor Phil Goff was also opposed. The former Foreign Affairs and Trade Minister says he's well aware of the risks of not being on top form while on overseas business.
And it's not reasonable to get off a plane having travelled for 24 hours, go straight into a meeting and be sharp at it. I know that from years of experience. I don't think I would have got a free trade agreement with China if I worked on that basis. I'd be asleep halfway through the meeting. Either the trip is worth doing and we treat our staff reasonably, or it's not worth doing at all and don't go.
The amendment, which would not have applied to Auckland councillors, was voted down 9-8. But Manukau councillor Efeso Collins, who supported the proposal, is livid.
The fact that these people can get on an aircraft goes to show the kind of privilege. I represent the poorest ward in this city, and that $18,000 trip that one executive took is just a couple of $1,000s out of what the average median income is in the ward that I represent. So that's a whole lot of money. So to be describing it as inhumane is really quite ridiculous.
Auckland Council puts details of domestic and international travel expenses online annually, but councillors today requested that information be made available more regularly, possibly at quarterly or half-yearly intervals. Mō te hōtaka o te ahiahi nei, ko Nita Blake-Person, aho.